morning, Frederick. It is Monday, and it is for sure a Monday for me today, April 29th. I'm your host, Danny Gurry. What a weekend it was. So many events, and come on. Couldn't the weather on Sunday been the weather on Saturday for all those outdoor events? But look, everybody made do. We figured it out. Want to congratulate Gerard and the Battle of the Bands, raising $17,000 for the Boys and Girls Club of Frederick County. That money goes directly to helping kids have an awesome summer. So it's paying for summer camps for some kids in Frederick, I think that's phenomenal, and they're going to really enjoy that this summer. I don't know what's happening with my hair. I just noticed that in the thing. Oh my goodness, I shouldn't even look at myself. Anyway, it is hard to believe that April ends tomorrow. It's been a crazy quick month, and that means we're wrapping up the first month of Good Morning Frederick, and, getting better every day, getting some suggestions. Love your feedback. Please keep sending it. You can email, text, do whatever, leave a comment. Happy to hear it. And if you ever want to provide content or have something you want me to talk about, all you got to do is let me know. Have you subscribed to YouTube yet? Well, I would love it if you would. We're at 165 subscribers, and we're still trying to get to that 200 threshold. You can help out by subscribing or sharing the channel on your social media. Be so grateful. We have over 7,800 views on our channel, and you've racked up almost 200 hours of watch time. I can't even tell you how thankful I am for that. This is the start of week number 5 for Good Morning Frederick. So thank you so much. All right, and Frederick, early voting starts this week, I think on the 2nd, and the primary is May 14th. I got the chance to chat with one of the Board of Education candidates, Serina Roy, yesterday. That video was live, so you can actually go back and watch it on YouTube and Facebook. I have a few more interviews scheduled for this week. If you subscribe to the channel on YouTube, you'll be notified right away when we go live, and you can watch and ask questions. And then I will also, cut up the interview into segments and make sure we highlight those right here at Good Morning Frederick. But otherwise, you can view in their entirety and check them out on the YouTube channel. On today's show, I check out Mission of Mercy. It's been a while since I've been there. Chatted with Jennifer White on that. And then I sit down with Serina from Dublin Roasters to see how she created such a cool space for everyone, not just coffee lovers, which is fantastic. I want to thank the sponsor of this program, Fox Tree Designs, who printed all my swag, wearing the t-shirt today, since it's supposed to be warm. They also do full color lettering for signs, banners, and labels. You can check them out at foxtreedesigns.com. Let's get this thing started. Weather today, hot. Yes, mostly sunny and a high of 91, which is a near record high temp here in Maryland. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high of 87. Wednesday, morning showers possible with a high of 82. And Thursday, cloudy, high of 85. Right now, weekend is calling for some showers and temps in the 70s. That is just cruel. I don't understand, Mother Nature. Come on, flip it around for those of us who are working during the week and want to enjoy the lovely weekends. All right, giveaways. Want to congratulate Melissa LeClaire. She's the winner of the Good Morning Frederick t-shirt plus the $25 gift certificate for window tinting at Frederick Window Tinting. And we've still got that month-long pass for SOS Safe Ride. You get a free month of free rides home from wherever you are. And your car gets delivered home with you. So if you're going to a brewery, a distillery, you're just downtown Frederick, you want to just have a good time, this pass is phenomenal for you. And then Tiffany from Pet and Home Care is giving away a bottle of pet CBD oil and a week of midday walks for your dog. Wow, that is going to be amazing. The deadline for both of those is tomorrow. And if you text COWS, you get 2 tickets to the game this Saturday at 5 p.m. at Hood College Arena. The Cows won yesterday. They split this weekend. They lost on Friday. They won yesterday. So they are 12-3 right now. Definitely going to make the playoffs, I feel like, which will happen in June. But the Cows, so much fun for the entire family. The kids have a ball. It was so fun yesterday. We had a bunch of the kids from I Believe in Me because they got presented a check yesterday from the Flying Cows. And we have a great time with the kids. Those barnyard dance parties in center court at halftime are wearing me out. But the kids have a great time. All right, want to talk about what's happening doing good. Who's doing good in the neighborhood? Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Dublin Roasters, speaking of, the Frederick Coffee House fueled by love and positivity. Visit Dublin Roasters at 1780 North Market Street or at dublinroasterscoffee.com where you can order and they will ship it to you no matter where you are. All right, Jennifer has been with the Mission of Mercy for 27 years. That's an incredible streak, I think. She's doing amazing things there, and we hear all about how Mission of Mercy is caring for the people right here in Frederick County. Here's Jennifer. Jennifer White, what is your official title here?
I'm Mission of Mercy Development Director.
Development Director for Mission of Mercy. I first came into contact with Mission of Mercy, I guess it has to have been 10 years ago or more, I guess.
More than 10 years ago.
Yeah, because you guys have been here for 7. So
right.
Let's just a brief synopsis of what Mission of Mercy does.
Okay, so Mission of Mercy provides free health care, free dental care, and free prescription medications for folks who are uninsured or underinsured. We've been operating for 30 years. Our mission is to restore dignity, healing through love, and we do our mission by providing free health care.
Right. You set up these mobile units, and then you have doctors who volunteer as well.
Yes. So, our infrastructure, if you will, in a community setting, is we have a church host site. So we're here at the LDS Church here in Frederick, and we have a hospital partnership. Frederick Hospital gives us free lab and X-ray. We have a volunteer support, so our volunteers are coming from the community. We also have, so our patients come from the community.
Right.
And then our donors come from the community.
Yeah.
So that's what makes up the piece here that we're doing, the model of care. The inside of the church gives us space for registration, nurse triage, a waiting area for our patients, and then our vehicles are really the doctor's office and the pharmacy. Our dental vehicle is 5 years old. We've been providing dental care from the beginning, but we just purchased a dental vehicle 5 years ago. It's got 3 chairs, state of the art.
That's unreal.
It's pretty amazing, and so they operate in tandem wherever they go. So we're here in Frederick County and Frederick City, and then we're also in Brunswick.
Okay.
See patients by appointment.
Yeah. How often are you guys here?
So we're at this site 2 Mondays a month, and then we're in Brunswick 2 Tuesdays a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So people have access to care whether you're in the city or if you're somewhere in the county.
And we see patients by appointment.
Okay.
So on our website, patients can find our information, make an appointment for medical or for dental.
Okay.
And we are, we're pretty full. So you're not going to get same day.
Right.
Or, maybe even same month.
Right.
So,
yeah. Well, especially with just twice a month. Right.
Best thing to do is just call and get an appointment.
Yeah. Okay. What has been you've been with the organization for how long?
27 years.
27 years. That's unreal. So the changes you must have seen in that period of time.
Oh, we've been through so much. With COVID, that was a real challenge for us.
Yeah.
We managed to still stay serving our patients. Our dental clinic was kind of shut down for a little bit.
Right.
But for medical, we got a team of physicians and nurses, registration folks, Spanish interpreters, opened up the appointment book and said, we're not going to be here next week. What do you need?
Right.
And so that happened for a number of weeks.
Right.
The Rotary Club here in Frederick gave us tents. Of course, the churches were closed, but
Right.
once they opened up,
Yeah.
within a 2-month time frame, we used those tents. We triage patients in their cars.
Yeah.
Use the tents for to see patients.
Yeah.
It's just what we had to do. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can you remember over 27 years, like some pivotal key moments that are, kind of make you realize that the impact you're having is incredible?
So we have some incredible stories.
Yeah.
Okay, really incredible. So we saw a patient. I forget which site she went to. Oftentimes, patients hear about us just in their neighborhood where
Right.
they live, or through the health department or the hospital. This patient came to us. She had had insurance in her a couple years back. Had breast cancer, got that cleared up, and then she found herself she was out without insurance. And then she had an issue with her ear, so she's like looking for some place to be seen. She found Mission of Mercy. We saw her, and then we were able to fix her ear, which was a pretty minor situation. Fix the ear issue and the symptoms, pretty minor. But they found that she had alarmingly high blood pressure.
Oh, wow.
So, they got her on a blood pressure medication, and then to see her regularly is what they did. So,
Right.
yeah, so we've actually saved lives. And
Yes.
that's the most important thing about what Mission of Mercy does.
Yeah. How many people would you say you guys have impacted over 30 years?
Oh, my goodness.
Would you know?
I want to say, 250 patient visits, 250,000 patient visits.
Yeah. I would imagine. I mean,
It's over 400 prescription medications dispensed.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
400,000.
Yeah, I was going to say 400 over 250,000. Yeah, no,
Yes.
but it's 400,000.
Yeah.
That's an incredible statistic, and to have been established for so long, the impact is great, because when you heal people or when people are well, it just everyone around them is affected as well.
We're seeing patients. They come to us and they've kind of let their health go.
Right.
So they haven't seen a doctor. They need to keep their jobs, take care of their families, and so Mission of Mercy, when we started 30 years ago to restore dignity, healing through love by providing free health care, the healthcare environment has changed over time, but we have always seen patients who fall through the cracks of the healthcare system, no matter what that environment is.
How can the Frederick community help your mission and what you're doing?
Right. So right now we have a sporting clay shoot scheduled for this Saturday, April 27th, at Orvis Hill Country, which is just 40 minutes up the road in a beautiful area. We're still looking for sponsors or teams to enter and join in the fun and the fresh air. And we have a great menu.
So you do a couple of fundraising events a year, right?
We do.
So what else do you
So
guys
the
do?
other big fundraiser that we have is October 5. It's a Saturday here in Frederick. It's what we call a swing dance. So basically, we have an auction. We have a 14-piece swing band coming from Virginia, which backed by popular demand.
Nice, excellent.
So anyway, that's going to be great. And so that's October 5th, and we've got some time looking for sponsors for that event.
Okay.
Business sponsors, anybody who would like to come. We'll be selling tickets, probably not right now, but we're, if you're interested, please, get in touch. We want to, see how we can work together.
Yeah. And how about just if you're not a business or a sponsor, is there any way the community who hears what you guys are doing and says, hey, I want to be a part of that?
Yes. So one thing, as you mentioned, we utilize volunteers. So at this site, we have over 25 volunteers at this site.
Okay.
Physicians, nurses, interpreters, dentists, registration folks, non-medical people, to come volunteer. And one thing that I always like to offer is come on a tour, see what we do, see if you'd like to be involved in some way, and see how maybe what your skill background is. Maybe you can help us. But we first want to see, well, what are you doing? So it's a 1-hour tour.
Okay.
Get in contact with me, and I can get you a schedule.
Okay, and we'll make sure all the details are up on the screen for people to reach out, because I think when the community sees what you do, you can't help but be impacted, right? Want to be a part of it, because we all know somebody who is not taking care of themselves because they don't have insurance, or it's too expensive, or whatever that is. And unfortunately, something little that could have probably been easily fixed at the beginning becomes something greater, and then impacts people's lives, in a negative way.
Exactly. Exactly. We see a lot of that, especially in our dental program. A lot of times people come to us because they're in severe pain. They found us, they don't know we have medical, and they might need medical help, so we can help that way. But yeah, there's a lot happening here at the clinic, a lot of needs. I mean, there's a lot of needs. We are always looking for volunteer physicians or nurses. So but we need financial support. We don't take government funding. We really do rely on the community.
Yes. All right.
It's a community effort.
So if you can donate or participate in one of the events that are being hosted to benefit Mission of Mercy, please do that. Is there so other than these two main fundraising events a year, how do you guys continue? I mean, I'm assuming that doesn't kind of pay for everything you need. So
we have foundations. Now, one thing, keep in mind, we're in Maryland and we're in Pennsylvania. So we've got a lot of service areas where we can receive funding from. So we get money from foundations in all of the locations. These two vehicles were funded by capital funding from all of the areas we're serving.
Wow.
So it's not just Frederick County.
Right.
So Frederick, but Frederick County gets to benefit from all the funding we receive with these vehicles coming everywhere.
These vehicles are unreal.
They are amazing. Amazing. So foundation support. We would love to speak to clubs and service organizations. Individuals. We're faith-based. Our mission to restore dignity, healing through love. So we'd love to speak to churches. Any speaking opportunities is wonderful. Individual giving. So so if you are a local church or other organization who feels like this might be something you want to support, I'll make sure you can reach out to Jennifer. You schedule a tour, see it in action, see how it works, because I think once you do, you'll be touched, and you won't leave here without wanting to help, for sure. So I appreciate your time today, and we will be right back right after this. All right, want to thank Jennifer, Mission of Mercy, doing amazing work. Go on the tour. If you get a chance to check out how well-oiled their machine is to work people through the two locations, that one in Frederick at the Latter-day Saints Church, and right off North Avenue, right near West Patrick Street. And in, I think Brunswick was the other one she said. But very cool what they're doing. And, I think it's, again, these organizations are helping to keep Frederick healthy and moving forward. Okay, after the break, we're going to hear how Serina went from being a police officer to owning one of the most popular coffee houses in Frederick. That's coming up right after this. A couple short messages. That's it.
All-in-One Events is Frederick's #1 source for event rentals and entertainment. Please visit us on the web at www.aioeventgroup.com or call 1-888-727-8902 for more information.
And we want to thank our sponsors always for the support, including A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business. They're located right here in Frederick. They specialize in everything you're going to be staring at today when you're standing outside in the 90-degree heat, including roofing, siding, windows, gutters, patios, and decks. You know, as you're walking around and you see those little, maybe some of your siding has pulled off because of the wind, or maybe your deck needs to be replaced. Who knows? You're going to want to enjoy it this summer for sure. Call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. You have just today and tomorrow to call Sandra and hook up that Good Morning Frederick viewer discount. $750 off any roof or siding replacement, or $50 off any roof repairs, but you have to make that appointment today or tomorrow to qualify for that. So please give Sandra a call or drop her an email, info@ansconstruction.net, and please let her know Good Morning Frederick or Danny sent you along. Get that stuff taken care of. You know you're going to want to enjoy a nice summer on a deck or patio. It'd be great. All right, happening in Frederick is what is next, sponsored by Atlas Wood Floors. Atlas Wood Floors has been serving the area for more than 34 years. Wood floors, luxury vinyl plank, anything that you put on your floor they can handle. Give them a call today. It's 301-948-9663. I think that's 301-948-WOOD. Or go to atlaswoodfloors.net. Schedule a consult or a quote. Maybe my little brother will come visit you. Let him know that I sent you to him. All right, well, if you want to know what's happening in Frederick, there is a calendar that'll give you all those details. I'm going to pull it up here because pretty much since last weekend, the calendar is full. I'm going to look at it in the week view, and then you can look at each day. When you click agenda, you can see each day much clearer when everything starts and how your weekend could be. If you're looking for some fun stuff to do, maybe you've got some friends coming in for the weekend, make sure they text the word calendar to 301. Yeah, 888-465-2944. That's 888-465-2944. If you text calendar, you're going to get a link right to this calendar so that you have access to it anytime. Now, I've added all the firemen's carnivals in our area. They start pretty soon. And all the farmers markets that I could find. Some are open right now, but most start maybe this weekend and some in June. So you're going to want to check those out if you want to hit up all the farmers markets. But you can see here, there's a bunch of things. Trivia Mondays, I think, is at Frederick Social. Yes. There is a local author talk and signing at Curious Iguana. That is this evening at 7 p.m. Sarah Adler's sophomore romance, Happy Medium, is she's going to be at Curious Iguana. Tomorrow, I invite you all to the grand opening of the Home of Everything Frederick, 401 North Market Street. And I am also celebrating a grand opening for my company, Promo Circus. And people are like, well, why are you doing it there? Well, I am actually going to be shooting a lot of videos from that location, especially when I'm interviewing people downtown, maybe some people of Frederick. Maybe you want to come meet me there. But anyway, we're having a really fun day tomorrow. 4:30 is the ribbon cutting. And then at 5 until 7, there is a happy hour. There's live music. There's going to be some food and some drinks. Please come out. Check it out for yourself. Shannon and Tara and everyone has done an amazing job. And we are having, there's a consignment shop part of the store where we're going to highlight local artisans and you can pick up some swag. You can get some Everything Frederick swag. You can get, I'm going to have some t-shirts for sale there and more stuff to come very soon. I think the Flying Cows have some stuff there too. We've got some goodies from Frederick Made. And fingers crossed, I'm trying to get Jill from Hammer Glamour, and we're going to meet her in a segment coming up very soon. She's got this gorgeous silver jewelry. and hopefully we'll have some of that there too that you can purchase tomorrow at the grand opening. The rest of this week, still busy. I have on here as well, FCPS has a 2-hour early dismissal on Thursday, if you weren't aware of that. There's also, you can see, we've got any networking. If you're a local business person and you want to attend some networking, I've got a lot of theirs on here as well, plus shows at the Weinberg. Let's see what's happening this weekend. On Friday, Diana, the musical, that's playing. That's at Way Off Broadway Dinner Theater. We've got the Spring Bloom Immersive Pop-Up. That's at Give Rise Studios. It's an art experience including abstract, mixed media, watercolors, rugs, flowers, cocktails and mocktails, and light hors d'oeuvres. That sounds like a great time. My friend Chrissy Miller is going to have some abstract botanicals, fine art there, as well as some other artists, which is looks very cool. Give Rise, I've never been there, so I'll have to check it out. 125 South Carroll Street. That's happening as well. On the 4th, fun day. It is the YMCA Healthy Kids Day from 10 to 1. This is a great event. It's completely free. The kids get to run around and have a good time. You're going to want to head over there. And then we've got the Flying Cows. Actually, I thought this game was at 5 o'clock. I'm going to double check that because on my calendar it's 5. So I will let you know. But we'd love for you to come to the game because the Flying Cows are doing well. We're 12-3. We won yesterday. It's a great time. So you're going to want to head for that. And then looking into the future, if you like to play golf, you can head out to the Soar for 4. You can register for that. Go to soarfrederick.org for details on that golf tournament. All right? So you can see this calendar is full of so many great things for you to do. You should never have to ask what's happening in Frederick. There is always something happening here. So just text the word calendar to 888-465-2944 so that you can check it out for yourself. Okay, one more quick short break, and then we're going to chat with Serina Roy of Dublin Roasters and find out how much she actually loves coffee. Right after this.
Elevate your next party with Dreamscape Slumber Events. Over 12 themes and customization available for kids, teens, and adults to enjoy. Don't have the space? We have solutions for that too. Search Dreamscape Slumber Events on Facebook.
Key City Rotary presents the Low Key Festival, a family-friendly, all-ages event on May 17th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Carroll Creek Amphitheater. Tickets are just $5 in advance, $10 at the door. Kids under 5 are free. Live music, food from Grilled Cheese Please, traditional authentic Mexican and Rocky Point Creamery, adult drinks from Rockwell Brewery, 10th Ward Distilling and Hidden Hills Winery. Come out to downtown Frederick and have some low-key fun.
All right, that's going to be a great event. Tickets just $5. You can get them from me. I can actually I'll take Venmo or Cash App or PayPal or cash. I can leave the tickets for you right at the door, or I can get them to you before the event. It's going to be a lot of fun, that one. All right, handpicked. I haven't talked about this for a while, and I'd like to post the... let me see if I can find the slide here. I would love to start the list. So handpicked is actually a, I can't find the slide at all. Oh, here it is. Is this it? Let me see here if I can get it. Yeah, here we go. So handpicked is basically a list of recommendations that we are making to people who ask the question, what do we do? Where's the best place for a pizza or steak Or where should I take my daughter for her 12th birthday? Who's the best plumber, electrician? It's not a voting contest. It is basically a list of recommendations from you to everyone else. So if you can go to bit.ly/uppercase E, uppercase F, and then lowercase everything else, hand-picked. I want to see if I can pull it up here while we're on. I'm getting fancy now. This is where I can multitask. I'm not sure how well this is going to work out, but I have to see where I'm typing here. We're going to go EF hand-picked so I can show you what this looks like. Oh, yes. Look, here we go. Okay, let me share my screen here. I can do this. So I'm feeling pretty proud of myself so far. All right. For Monday, especially how my Monday started off. Okay, here we go. So when you go to that link, this is what you're going to see. So handpicked by Everything Frederick. So this is just your recommendations for all these categories. Now, look, there's a lot on here. I get it. If you can't fill it all out at one sitting, just come back and fill it out when you can. Best restaurant overall, new restaurant that's been open within the past year. And you can see Italian, place for steak, subs, sushi, seafood, wings, pizza, breakfast, brunch. That question gets asked a lot. Cake designer, kid-friendly restaurant, place to watch sports, specialty cocktails, bar, nightlife, breweries, wineries, distilleries. So you can see here, there are a ton of different things. This question gets asked a lot. The place for a gathering for more than 50 people or less than 50 people. Options for entertainment, vet. So you can see, right? So come in, give your suggestions of what you believe are the best in these categories. Again, I get it. It's a lot here. So maybe you're commuting and you're on the train, or you got a little bit of time. You're sitting at a doctor's office waiting instead of playing Candy Crush. Maybe you can fill some of this out, and I'm just going to post lists of your recommendations, and they'll be updated all the time because I know people will come back and do that throughout, the next few months. So if you can go to Handpicked and check that out and fill it out, I would appreciate it. I will post the first list as they are right now, starting this weekend, and then it'll be updated as you continue to add content to it. I will update those lists, and hopefully I will have links to the websites and things like that. So you can click right over and go and check it out for yourself. All right, we are very close to the prom. Just about a month away. June 5th is our prom, and at the Scott Key Center. I'm so excited. They watch the show every day, either live or at lunchtime, depending on the activities that they're doing. They are great people, and I'm so excited to be able to do this for them. Couldn't have done it without the help from all the people who have donated, including the Arc on Market. They have donated not only the location for the prom, but they are helping me work something out for the food for them. But if you can donate anything, please go to scottkeycenter.org. Click on the donate button. Even $10 would certainly help us get this prom the way it should be. And Beth, who is one of the directors over there, said the theme. You guys were asking what's the theme, and I hadn't even thought about the theme. And she said a night to remember. And I laughed and I said, well, it's a night to remember in the middle of the day. So it's the afternoon to remember, maybe. And so we'll get that theme all firmed up, but these guys are really, really excited and looking forward to it. We appreciate all the donations of dresses and suits and everything else that you guys have given, because these guys, most of them have never attended a fancy party or dance or anything like that. So that is so appreciated, and we'll make sure they all get outfitted, and we'll be posting lots of pictures on the day. June 5th, 11 to 1 is the event. So if you can help out, again, they appreciate it, and I certainly do as well. All right, Serina Roy, funny and smart and she has really created something special at Dublin Roasters. I really, really enjoyed talking to her, and although she is a market maker, she's also a great person of Frederick. People of Frederick, sponsored by Pulling for Veterans. Sign up now for the next flea market. Their one yesterday looked really good. I think there were quite a number of people out there vending, and what a beautiful day to be doing so. I haven't heard how many people were shopping yet, so I'll have to get an update from them on that one. But the next one is Sunday, July 28th. Now, the fee for getting a space, I think just $30. All of that money goes to Pulling for Veterans to help them with their outreach on educating people about PTSD. So if you want a space for July 28th, you can email them at outreach@pullingforveterans.org. All right, let's chat with Serina Roy. Here with Serina Roy at Dublin Roasters. You have created a space that has just, I don't know, has it exceeded your expectations?
Yes, indeed. Like exponentially whenever I drive into the parking lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like parking on the lawn. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, the chiropractic store next door must be busy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh wait, it's not
It's
them.
you.
It's
It's
all
you.
of us. But yeah, it's neat. It's neat
Yeah,
to
it
see.
is. Continues to kind of morph and grow.
Yeah.
When you started, that you didn't have as much space.
Right.
What's next?
Oh my goodness. Well, as if this isn't enough, right? I mean, you know, last Saturday I did dishes for 3 hours.
Did you?
So yeah,
Living the
people
dream.
Yeah, people say, "Oh, when are you going to open your next store?" I was like, "Are you out of your mind?" I'm in like phase 3 of life. I don't know where you think I'm at, but that's not. I guess when people say, you know, what is next, they automatically think you need a second location.
Oh yeah.
But
no.
that's like not kind of what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I'm looking at more of, you know, my love is in the people that are growing the bees.
Yes.
And so to think about it in that respect, I'd rather travel backwards and say, well, now we need a farm.
Right.
Now we need to
I was
watch
wondering
it
if that
from-
was coming.
Yeah, from growth all the way to the cup. And I
Yeah.
just think that would be just a super cool experience.
Have you always been passionate about coffee?
No, not always. I didn't, you know, growing up in New England, it's cold.
Yeah.
So people drink coffee all
Okay.
day, all night.
Okay.
But I did not fancy coffee so much until I had a child.
Ah.
And, you know, trying to keep up with her nighttime patterns, I found myself brewing a pot of coffee at night.
Okay.
And the only thing that really soothed her and put her back to sleep was just kind of us sitting there watching a basketball game, the white noise in the background.
Yeah.
So coffee and basketball,
Oh, that was it.
that was my
you're-
nighttime routine,
okay.
and I was hooked. So then I wanted better coffee. and
Right.
the tastes were like, I wanted fresh coffee, and I was in search of like better things to put in my body. So I was looking for, you know, roasters, which there weren't very many. You know,
Okay.
all we had was the Frederick Coffee Company.
Right.
And some ladies that own that had one roaster, 3 stools, and it was at the fudge shop. So
Oh, yeah.
I went in there and I was just in love. So that's how I found my love for coffee.
Yeah. So you said, okay, hey, I think I can do a coffee shop.
Yeah. Well, no. No, the answer again, hell
Yeah.
no. I did not want a coffee shop. So I was, you know, moving away from police work
Right.
and coffee roasting, and the wholesale was really picking up for me. So I kind of wasn't really keen on people back then. I know.
Thank
So
God it's changed.
When you're in
Yeah.
that line of work,
Yeah.
there's a lot of negative energy,
yeah.
and you soak in a lot of negative energy.
Yeah.
So for me, coffee
You've
roasting.
been peopled out.
Yeah,
You've been
coffee
peopled out.
roasting,
Yeah.
a way to wring it out,
Yeah,
get it
yeah.
out, let the stress go.
Yeah.
So the last thing I wanted to do was open a coffee shop. I was like, that's insane. What ended up happening was I moved here to this building, and the road didn't go through at the time when I moved here. So this wasn't, you know, people
Yeah.
didn't travel this far north,
Right.
which I was okay with.
Yes.
So, but then, so I moved here, And I actually used this kind of as a woman cave.
Yeah.
So I roasted and did everything in the back, not open to the public. And I parked my car in here. I had a basketball hoop.
Did you
I
really?
had 2 pool tables, and we just had fun.
Yeah,
it
that
was
is a
cave
great
in
space.
Here. So we had a good time.
Yeah.
And people would smell the coffee roasting, and they would be like, like banging. I smell coffee. Can I buy some?
Oh
And I
my
was
gosh.
like, we're not a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And then, little at a time, it took a while for
Yeah.
me to really just say, hey, I can welcome people in this space.
Yeah.
And it took like 6 months for permits.
Yeah.
And the whole part that really helped was that a lot of people wanted to work with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you do? We love people and we're
Yeah.
extroverts and we love to do that. And so I've always really surrounded myself by a great staff.
Yeah.
And they have to be very self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Because I am not a management
Yeah,
person. I'm
yeah.
just not into that style.
Yeah.
I want people who just can manage
do,
themselves and
yeah.
enjoy coffee as much as I do.
Yeah.
And I think I found 22 people so far that just
mean,
really love it.
And I will say this, every time I've been in here, your staff is awesome and amazing. And I
Yeah.
think giving people the freedom to kind of do, you're not holding them down and setting a ceiling and saying you got to stay in
Exactly.
this square. Like, I think they all are
That's what I
excellent.
love
But it's
about them, yeah.
a true testament to you that you can find 22 people like that, to be honest.
Yes.
Like, that's
Well,
stunning.
I mean, we've known how staffing has happened after COVID,
Yeah.
especially where that's not always easy. A lot of people are,
Right.
have really we've all experienced the trauma of
Yeah,
it. So
yeah.
I've noticed, it's starting to get more of a levelness to it,
Yeah.
where people aren't just leaving or calling in sick a lot or things like that. So I think we're on the mend.
That's great.
It's really a culture,
Yeah.
and they create the culture. The
Yeah.
staff creates the culture because they only want you. You're here 5 to 8 hours a day, and you
Yeah.
want to be surrounded by people that
Yeah.
are good for you
Exactly.
and good for the business. So.
Yeah. So, okay, so you got this space as you were you moved out the pool tables and
Moved
the
the pool
basketball
table, stopped parking in here,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the city gave me a permit to be a coffee shop.
Nice.
And a roastery, which
Yeah.
is really a whole segment because there aren't a lot of places that do that.
Yeah.
So it kind of had to pave the way
Yeah, and so that means you get your beans
from all over the
they're
world.
and they're
Yeah.
just fresh and
Yep.
and then you have to roast them
Yes.
and then make them into coffee.
Exactly. So
Okay.
they're fresh grown.
Yeah.
Imported, exported over to the U.S. I
Yeah.
have them trucked in to this facility. And then we have a hot air roaster. It's like
Yeah.
a giant popcorn
It
machine.
is, yeah.
And recently, so our other machine is Poppy, and she's 50.
Oh, wow.
So she's tired.
Yeah.
So I got a
I don't
new
blame
roaster.
Poppy.
Poppy's tired. But she's gonna live on. So
Yeah.
we got a new roaster.
When did you start traveling overseas to check out where the beans were grown and the families
Yeah.
that were growing them? Because I know you're very passionate about fair trade and all of that. So
Mm-hmm.
when did that start?
Let's see. Well, when I was started with the canine division, you ended up accruing a little bit more vacation time because it was
Okay.
extra work to be with the dog. So
Right.
I would find myself with like longer weekends, long vacations. So in addition, to just ordering coffee and not visiting, I started little trips to like Mexico,
Okay.
where you could have a vacation
Yeah.
and some beans.
Yeah.
And then the next was Peru. So then I just got the bug after a couple of countries and just seeing how it all worked. So, we have pictures kind of displaying. I've been to
Yeah.
Colombia. A trip over here on the wall that you can't see just now
Yeah.
is from Ecuador.
Yeah.
Just got back from Costa Rica 2 weeks ago, where we had a very cool tasting with an indigenous tribe that has grown coffee forever on their land.
Unreal.
And got to make pottery with them. So they just jazz me up because
Yeah.
if you're ever in a lull, it'll revive you about what you do
Yeah.
when you go and see where it's grown. And they're as passionate as I am about brewing it, roasting it, as they are as about growing
Yeah.
it and cultivating that lifestyle. So
Well, and what a great feeling for you to have that experience, bring their product here, and then share it with people here in Frederick. I mean, that's really a cool conduit that you become, where you're sharing that culture and that cultivation, which is really cool.
yeah.
Anything other than just kind of keeping things low key on the horizon for you that you think? Retirement anytime?
No. That's a dirty word. What would I do?
Yeah,
Oh my
I don't
gosh,
know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't, I see when you say retirement, what I think about is I just want to have more freedom to do more things out and about.
Yeah.
And that to me is retirement. It's
Yeah.
getting, and if you really love what you're doing, it's
Every
like,
day is a gift, right?
and it
sure.
sounds cliche, but it's like if I didn't love what I did, I would absolutely leave it right away and
Of
find a
course.
different hat.
Yeah, same.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same for me. So that's exactly that
there's
is
tons
the
of
truth.
hats out there.
There
and,
are tons. Yeah.
And there's a lot of things you can do. So as long as I still love it,
yeah.
I want to keep doing it at some
level,
aspect,
right?
even if it's. I don't know if it's police work, but I hate schedules. For me, what's on the horizon is to just be able to roam freely about.
Yeah.
And
Is there
I love
any
that.
country you haven't visited yet that's on your bucket list?
There's so many places I still want to go, and I know I won't be able to visit them all.
Yeah.
But Hawaii has escaped me for a while. I'd love to see Vietnam.
Yeah.
They make some really amazing coffee. So
Yeah.
just wherever the wind blows,
Yeah.
wherever people look me up and say, "Hey, come visit my farm."
You're like, hey,
I'm
happy
like,
to.
you don't have to ask me twice.
Yeah, exactly. Now you do a lot. You give so much back to the community. I'm always appreciative every time I've contacted you. You've said, sure, what can I do? Which I love. But you do a lot of coffees for fundraisers and things like that. How has that affected the business in a way or affected you in a way that you are able to have an impact with what your product is and actually helping and giving back?
Yeah, that part is a couple of things that have hit me on that realm. I really did miss police work, some of the aspects, and it was really about what can you do in your community to like bring people up, and that was something I got to do. And being the queen of the business and the company, there's no red tape.
Yes.
So I always get to say, sure, okay, and that sounds fun anyway. And then you just make it happen.
Yeah.
I learned through COVID that when we shut down, I had so many people come and support me. You did this fundraiser for me. You gave me these beans. You helped with Safe and Sane. You just 1,000 people. And I was so inspired and grateful that I chose to just do that and not look at the bottom line all the time.
Yeah.
Well, it feels good.
It does feel good, yeah.
But it also says that, what you put out there definitely comes back.
Yeah.
And it was an amazing way. I didn't think that I could afford anything, but that was marketing that was invaluable.
Yes, when you're so pure-hearted and good, and you really are so generous, that I'm so glad that you've been able to experience the comeback now.
Being a mom and having to do those fundraisers for like swim team and baseball and softball and all that stuff, I remember, having to sell pizzas and cheese and wrapping paper.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, there's got to be an easier way.
Yes.
So creating the coffee fundraisers was just, I wanted to make it as easy for people as possible.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is send me the logo, a blurb about what you're trying to raise money for. And it's so simple. It's just a link I send you, and you can share to everybody you know, which really helps us out marketing-wise, because we gain those customers for life. And it's something people want.
And it is something they want. That's right. Yeah. Well, look, if you haven't been to Dublin Roasters, you must come. It's a great place just to hang out, meet with friends, maybe a Hadaway challenge every now and then. That's a little Rotary thing. But come and support Serina and her team. They just have supported this community from day one, and we hope you're around. Well, this place is around for a long time to come. We hope you're out traveling somewhere.
I'll be somewhere, and I'll catch you around here for a cup of coffee. So thank you.
All right, until next time.
How awesome is she? I absolutely had the best time with her. That interview, as you noticed, had a few edits in it.
But yeah, laughed a lot, which is so fun. She's a great, great person, amazing person for this community. And that coffee shop, if you haven't been, is a great place to go hang out for sure. Okay, don't forget, we've got today's giveaways. All you have to do is text cows, SOS, and what else do we have? Dog. Cows, SOS, and dog. I did look at the schedule at goflyingcows.com, and they do have the game as 5 o'clock. So I hope I would know, since I'm the official MC for the team, but I'm going to confirm for sure because, yes, as somebody pointed out on our YouTube live right now, that the games are always at 7 on Saturdays. And yes, they are always at 7. So anyway, we will confirm that. But either way, you got to come see the Flying Cows. They're a really, really fun team to watch. Want to thank all of our sponsors and advertisers who have signed on and just supported me and this broadcast, this stream, podcast, whatever you want to call it. I'm having the best time doing it. I'm meeting so many people that I had never met before, learning so much about even the people I did know, learning even more about them. So it is a great pleasure of mine, and I'm so grateful for the support. If your business would like to be a part, all you have to do is let me know. I'd love to make you one of our sponsors for the program as well. All right, tomorrow, Dr. Amir Rashidian of Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic. It's so funny, actually. Before I chatted with him the other day, I hadn't seen them in person hardly at all. And now I see him almost every week because he is the official chiropractor and physical person for the Flying Cows. Physical, maybe therapy person? I don't know. He's taking care of the Cows players, which we love. We also talk with Ashley from Tree Trekkers. And I'm going to cut up a segment of the interview I did with Raina Remondini, who's running for the FCPS Board of Education. You can view that interview. It was almost an hour. You can view it in its entirety on the YouTube channel. You can find it as well, but I will take a segment, and I've got more scheduled this week. So make sure you subscribe to YouTube so that you can be notified as soon as I go live. If you're interested in the Board of Education candidates, even though you may not have kids in school at FCPS anymore, it's probably good to be knowledgeable and informed so that you can help the kids who are there now and the ones coming up. Okay, be sure to search for Everything Frederick Live. We're also on TikTok, Instagram. I'm really working hard on that too. Boy, it's just a lot of social media for a lot of different things, as you guys well know. You can also follow me personally on TikTok, and you just have to search for Danny, just Danny. It's D-A-N-I. All right, other than that, happy Monday. Get out there and be great, Frederick.